Alright. And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check.
Yes, it seems so.
Yep, we're live apparently. Also, that's... Okay, so no ads this time, so that's weird. Oh well. Anyways, so... Siege says, hello, is this the cringe I'm looking for? Maybe. Rulessa says, beep. So yeah, we are... Greetings everyone. Hello, Ace here, and today I'm joined with returning guest Orososium.
Hello, everybody.
And today we are, of course, back with Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser Halcyon Legacy.
Yay.
The comic book series that is meant to advertise the Galactic Starcruiser, which costs, what was it, $6,000 for a family of 4 for 2 nights. And amusingly, it looks like this comic book series might actually outlive the actual hotel that it's meant to advertise.
Didn't I see recently that there was a drink that cost you $5,000?
Yes, although that's not in the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel itself. They actually put it on a cruise ship. So you go on the cruise ship and you pay an extra $5,000 to get that one drink.
Holy fucking shit, man.
Yeah, for context, I actually looked this up. You can actually go on the on that cruise ship for maybe $1,000 or so in some cases. Now, granted, that's for I think one person or maybe two, but the point is the drink costs 5 times the amount it takes to go on that actual cruise ship.
It's insane.
Yes, it is. And
I really thought that this company's desire was to make money, not scare people.
you'd think that, but, well, with the way Disney is these days, I don't really think they are going to be making too much in the way of profits this year. Cool as it says, I missed a ton of streams because I was doing my graduation project. Finally done. Can I get an epic previously an A stream? Well, it's been a long time since we've actually done the last Halcyon Legacy. Specifically because last time it was... I think it was May when the last issue came out. So there's been a very long, very, very long wait between the last issue and this issue.
Yeah, didn't you guys miss this comic?
Huh?
I am asking if they missed this comic, because I sure as hell didn't.
Me neither, although this issue just came out, and so I figured we'd go ahead and have a look and see what the damage is. Who knows, maybe they took all the time to actually fix the bad writing that's been plaguing this series so far. Maybe. When pigs fly. But let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? And see... Adam Wolford says, so I pay $3,000 to pretend to be in space and not experience a space battle or no spacewalk. No, it's $6,000. Not $3,000. It is $6,000 for a family of 4 for 2 days. So no, it is not $3,000. It is $6,000. And yes, you are not actually allowed to leave the hotel, from what I understand, except if you want to go to Galaxy's Edge, which costs more money. And you can only do that at specific times. So it's not like you can leave whenever you want. Coolessa says, the cover looks good. Let's hope the ad part is not bad. Okay. Gretty says, hello. Hello, Gretty. So, yeah, let's actually go ahead and dive right into Halcyon Legacy.
Indeed.
Got the characters here. The Halcyon, deep in a solar storm in the mid-rim. Now. Okay, so I think you'll be voicing the captain, which is the self-insert Kathleen Kennedy character here.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot about her.
And I guess I'll voice the robot. It's been so long I don't really remember who was voicing who, so... Captain, the solar rays are shaking the ship apart. At this rate, we have moments before the shields give.
Then we have no choice. Take us out of the storm.
I guess I'll voice this character too. But Captain Kevin, those pirates are still out there. If they get a hold of the Resistance spy...
I am aware of the danger, Mock, but they will be there, along with the rest of the souls aboard the Halcyon, if we don't. Besides, perhaps the freedom party is powerful enough to figure their own way out of this one.
you might want to speak up there. So, you're coming in a little quiet, sadly.
Okay. Next time I will try.
Okay. Let's see. Let me read some of the comments here. So Adam Wolfwood says, yeah, I forgot. Also no space sex with alien girls. Damn, I wish I raided Area 51 instead to get one of those alien... Coolessa says, so you pay $6,000 for a house arrest and pay for the privilege of freedom. Damn, the mouse is brutal. Yes.
Oh shit, you don't have an idea.
Yeah, I think my favorite story is still the fact that they have these little random events that are technically optional, but they expect you to participate to such a degree that they actually open up the doors to your room automatically.
So
in the middle of the night, by the way.
It is optional but mandatory.
Yes, Disney took inspiration from the U.S. Army. We're having mandatory fun. Gruddy TV.
How is the mouse still alive? Explain that to me.
Because they're basically living off of all the money that Mr. Disney built up while he was still alive, presumably.
Man, he will kill everyone in the company right now.
Yeah. Gruddy says, played some BF 1918 maps. Maps I played. Battle of Struga, okay. Albania. Battle of Basra. Kitchener's Woods, yeah. Cool S says, okay, fuck, I hate it. The cover was a lie. Yeah. Greta says, played a bit of Battle of Yaroslavets 2 in BF 1918. Okay. If I remember correctly, Yaroslavets is the one where we've got the cavalry uniforms for the Russians and Austro-Hungarians, if I remember correctly. I could be mistaken on that. But yeah, some good maps there. I really, of course, like Albania myself. Really like Albania, but Siege is laughing. Coolessa says, I unironically more interested in Spaceball Space Freighter than this 6K Starcruiser. Yes, we need Spaceballs, the Galactic Starcruiser.
At the least, Spaceballs was enjoyable.
Yep, Disney is really taking inspiration from that movie. Merchandising, where the real money of the movie is made. Or it says, don't start Siege, one of these comics will end up killing. We will see. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and voice this character here. You voice the old guy and I'll voice the girl there, I guess.
Okay. We are out of options. We are out of other options.
But grandfather, you can't give up.
I am not giving up. I am giving you and everyone else on board this ship a chance. A wise leader once told me that we must all be prepared to stand up for what is right. And now, another has given me the chance to do just that. The family has given me so much to keep this galaxy free.
But why does our family have to sacrifice too?
Because it is the only way your children and grandchildren will have the future that I have hoped for you. Wait a second. Who are those two?
That is Padme and Princess Leia in the background.
Hmm.
So this guy
Okay.
talked with Padme. Maybe this guy was actually, I think, in the last issue. Actually, this guy might have been in the last issue as a kid. I think maybe.
It has been so long. I don't remember.
I am going to check because it's been so long as well. Okay, so I think it is. I think it is the kid there. Although I thought the kid was a girl, admittedly, so.
Rather easily in this comic.
Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. There we are.
Okay. Oh, similar. How I have hoped that this cruise will be a respite from the examples to come.
I don't want you to go.
Here, take this pen. Keep it close. Let it remind you of the galaxy we are fighting for. Under 309. Please, keep her company until the next part. Goodbye, grandmother.
Goodbye, grandfather. I am told that sometimes a story can cheer up organics in times of sorrow. Would you like to hear one now?
Please no, your stories are horrible.
Alright, so, Cody says, visit Albania sometimes. I'd love to meet you in person if you visit Albania. Yeah, Albania is a long way out of the woods for me, unfortunately, and it'd be quite a while, if any. Cool Essa says, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Nice reference there. Siege says to Urus, then at least I'll die happy. Those hands are horrifying. Greta says, God damn, Ace, my acting is better. Your girl voice is bad. Yes, it is. Let's continue. Cool Essa says, I actually checked the pilot of a Star Wars Detours on YouTube. It's actually not bad despite the fact it looked like everything wrong with bad Star Wars parody. What a shame. GL sold Star Wars before we got it. Oroska says, to Siege, you die happy. Yes, but remembering those hands that suffer from NPC syndrome. Alright, so. Looks like you're up for more Kathleen Kennedy.
This is... yes. Steady. Steady.
The shields won't hold much longer, Captain.
Then you'd better get a move on. Get us out of here before then.
We made it.
Now, let's hope that pirate ship isn't anywhere close. Hopefully, by going back, we have a path to our hyperspace lane.
Wait, so they turned around and started sailing where the pirate ship was already in the hope that the pirate ship wouldn't be there.
I want to ask, how much of an idiot? I mean, the pirate captain is stupid, okay? I know that. We have read the damn comics. But he was also keeping quite a distance. The one that got close to all of this mess was the Halcyon. Why would the other ship go away?
Yeah. I mean, you could try to maybe argue that the ship might try to sail around the star or something to head them off that way, but even then, why they wouldn't be able to just see the ship turning around is unexplainable. I mean, you can see a ship turning around if it's got a star behind it, because it's going to obviously have a massive silhouette.
Look, we already know that half of the time they are looking at the scanners and half the time they are looking out of the windows. So I don't know what else to think.
I mean, the way we check... Alright, so a little bit of astronomy. The way we actually find out... discover planets outside the solar system, one of the main ways is when the planet that's outside the solar system actually has a little bit of an eclipse going on with its local star. So you actually see the silhouette of the planet or can detect it that way. And that's using our technology right now. Compare this to, say, Star Wars, and you see why this might be a bit of a problem as far as a bad idea is concerned.
This whole story has been nothing but problems. And people being stupid.
Yes.
We have a ship that has solar sails.
Well, to be fair, on the one hand, solar sails do exist in Star Wars. On the other hand, they don't work like that. They especially don't work as combat ships because the solar sails in the lore are extremely vulnerable. But having them like pirate sails from...
I know that solar sails exist, but as you said, not in this way.
Yes, not in this way.
I mean, at best, you are making something very nice and quite expensive because as they are not as expensive as a ship, no, but they are fragile and very easy to shoot down.
Mm-hmm.
You are making a target in the middle of your ship.
Alright, so...
This is infuriating.
Winter's King says, bring the pain. Hello, Ace and friends, what's up? Well, the writing of this particular comic is not up. It's definitely on the level of the... it's basically on Hell's Basement, where the rest of the comic book writing is. Winter's King says, wait, are the space pirates literally in a Spanish galleon? Pretty much. See if they... Yep, the next image shows it. You can actually see the sails on the sides.
You know, it is not exactly a Spanish galleon, but I don't care. I am going to get offended.
Also, solar sails in the Star Wars lore are supposed to be massive compared to the ship as well, because they have to be by design. Having tiny little sails like that makes... it just does not work. Todd Howard would be sitting there and saying, that does not work.
It doesn't. I told you that they were just expensive decorations. I was not meaning that they were not useful. The first time we saw them, they were abysmally small. Mm. They were just there to look cool.
Coolessa says, a spaceship? A fucking spaceship? Yes. That is literally a spaceship. We are literally looking at a spaceship with solar sails. Like it's in Nelson's Navy, but in space.
At least the thing it does well is remind me of an old cartoon.
And,
let me see.
And to add insult to injury, they're using the solar sails and they're pointing them the wrong direction, right? Because they're going into the star, where the sails are supposed to be collecting the particles from. It would be like sailing into the wind at full sails, and then wondering why you're not going anywhere or even being pushed backwards.
Yes. And I found the cartoon series. Ulysses 31, Ulysses in Space. They have solar sails in that series. It is the only good thing the ship did. Everything else is wrong.
Winter's King says, I am filled with hate for Disney once again. Why do they do this stuff? Even a small child would have lots of questions about this ship. Like, there's no good way to justify this. Mm-hmm. Coolessa says, what next? A Flintstone ship? Don't give them ideas. Do not give them ideas.
I can see it.
Adam Wolford says, they brought Treasure Planet into Star Wars. Yeah. What next? Battlestar Galactica or maybe Galaxy Quest? I mean, to be fair, the comic book issue I was reading last week was from Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron from the 90s, and they introduced Battletech into Star Wars. With the clanners talking about ma honor, ma bajal.
That was funny. Man, those comics.
But at least that was legitimately fun to read. This is just cringe.
I mean, at least last time it was funny by being funny. This is going to be funny once we find something that is horrible enough.
Mm-hmm. Siege says to Winter's King, it's their special gift. Why do they do that? And Winter's King says, Siege, how is earth-shattering stupidity a gift?
Good question.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the U.S. welfare system entitles you to financial compensation at that point. But that's... So maybe Disney's doing it to get free money from the government or something. Who knows? Well. Anyways, let's get back to it.
Yes. Okay, I think we're in the previous page.
Yep, and that's your line there.
Yeah. Give me a status report.
Captain? I think I found Crimson Jack's ship. Yeah, we'll say that. You found his ship.
Why? The wars make these 7 wars.
Also, I love how this ship is is this close and they didn't know it was there until then.
By the way, does it have some kind of pendulum or something that is floating through the air in space? Is this fucking for real?
What'd you say then?
Just hating it. I am hating. This hurts, man.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Do you want to?
I guess I can voice the pirate, and I think last time he was given a Irish accent. I think. I'm pretty sure my Irish accent would be god awful, but.
Hey, you can try. Let's see.
Getting demonetized off of YouTube for terrible accents in 3, 2, 1. There appears to be some confusion over my previous instructions. Let's try this again, shall we? Prepare to be boarded, or prepare to die.
Wow, that was super racist.
That's the best I can do. Alright. D309, if you have a story from Halcyon's past that's going to cheer me up, now is the time to tell it. Oh, sorry. Yes, Simona? Maybe one where the good people outthink the bad people and triumph over impossible odds. I think I know just the one. Then. The Halcyon has flown through many eras in history, through peace and war, through the High Republic and the lowest of lows. The High Republic is the lowest of lows.
Indeed.
This was one of those lows. So we're going back to the High Republic. Cool. The Empire had commandeered the Halcyon during the war.
Let me try. This was literally another woman. Let's see. Watch those hands, young man. I'm here at General Garland's show request.
And let's just say the Empire had a different standard than most for a pleasure starcruiser. Of course, there were perks for those of the right rank. And General Cardon was the type who took advantage of all the perks he could. Wait, we have space tacos and space French fries.
Why not?
Who eats French fries with tacos? First of all. Second of all, space tacos and space French fries. That is a paddling.
You know, cultural appropriation is bad when you do it. They can appropriate everything.
They couldn't have given them some legitimately original food designs? I mean...
That implies thinking.
And what is that? Space lobster as well with space peas?
Apparently.
Okay, that's a sin. Lobster with peas is a sin.
Everything we have seen till now is a sin.
I guess creativity is just mixing foods that do not match, like peas and lobsters, as well as French fries and tacos.
Ooh, Kula says he's about to kill himself.
I know I shouldn't spend so much time on this, but seriously.
You know, these guys have an ability, a skill to make us mad.
Yeah. Is this supposed to advertise the food that they've got on the Starcruiser as well? Come to the Galactic Starcruiser where you can eat tacos and French fries for $6,000 for 2 nights.
Unless those 2 nights have everything paid for, I am sure they will bleed you dry with the food.
Coalesces says, I'm this close to pulling my eye using a spoon. Winter's King says, no, Coalesce, don't become Odin. Are you sure, Winter's King? We kind of do need a god right now, I think. Winter's King says, seriously, how is a ship that ancient not been decommissioned? I know some of the really advanced tech is that good in lore, but nothing the Republic ever had was that good. Ace, he's eating French fries with his tacos. That's how you know he's evil. Yeah. Seed says, I am stunned. Is that a treasure chest? We will see. I'm not sure yet.
I am pretty fucking sure it is.
I think it is, but we'll find out just to be safe. Winter's King says, it doesn't matter what you have to do to them. Peas will never be luxurious. Yeah. Coalescence says, why stormtroopers look so weird? I don't know.
They are like latex. They are so fucking shiny.
Adam says, people eat at Jack in the Box. Winter's King, Coolest says, I will be Odin with blackjack and hookers. I sent a meme. Okay, I'm curious about the meme. Let's see what we've got.
What the fuck?
Okay, that's getting sent to you.
That's it. Oh my! Fittingly horrible.
Let her rip. Nice one. Solon says, oh shit, I was missing this magnificent piece of media. We'll go with magnificent. Like for example, once again, because I cannot get over it. The magnificent visage of the pirate ship. The pirate sailing ship in space. With these sails. Tiny ass sails on the side that are supposed to move the entire ship. God help you, Disney, if you do not put engines on the back of this thing. And even if you do, these things should still not be unfurled like that. Because of the momentum, if nothing else.
There should be no sails in that thing. At least not like that.
No, there should not. Alright, now, let's go ahead and finally carry on. Because we're going to be spending all day here talking about how stupid the sails are on that ship. But my God.
It happens every time we open one of these.
Yes. I was getting used to comic books being done in half an hour in these streams.
You were being used to...
I was getting used to it because of good stuff like Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, where I didn't really have much to make fun of because, well, most of it is actually pretty darn good. Even the stuff that I do make fun of on that tends to be pretty darn good as well. Like, the whole elementals worrying about their honor and demanding bachals.
Yeah, you were making fun of things that they wanted you to make fun of. It is the difference.
Exactly. Winner's King says, lol, they had to make it suitably piratey, I guess. Yes. Siege says, so Halcyon couldn't escape from that thing? Yeah. Solon says, to me, the sails are red. It should go faster. Sadly, yes. Yes, it should.
Let me point out that orcs would have made a better ship.
The orcs would have made a better job writing this comic book. At least it would be legitimately more I can tell you for a fact, if orcs from 40K wrote this comic book, it would be legitimately entertaining to read, thanks to all the action that would inevitably come in it.
Albevaca.
Yes. Winner's King says, theory, since the Johnny Depp lawsuit, Disney is now legally obligated to have sales anytime pirates are mentioned. Coolessa says, man, I miss this community. Nice to be back in streams and seeing familiar people. Yep, and nice to have you back, of course, Coolessa. I've been wondering, about, I noticed that the streams were a little less active than normal, so I had noticed a little bit. Adam says, hey, where is Captain Jack Sparrow? Because the pirate ship almost looks like the Black Pearl. Let me double check. I think he is right, but a little, but at least it's not blatant enough for me to say quite as bad, but yeah. Solon is laughing. Coolessa says, unironically, GW should make a series from the perspective of orcs. It will be excellent comedy. Yes, it will be.
There is a sort of series.
I mean, if you are up for games, there is, of course, Daka Squadron.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That's a good one. So, anyways, let's go ahead and continue. I know I've been trying to continue for a while, but... Anyways, the general was a collector of spoils of war, the ancient relics and priceless treasures taken from the planets his forces invaded in the name of the Empire, or liberated from the heathens as he saw it. During his campaigns, he liberated quite a lot. A Kalikori totem from an ancient clan of Ryloth, the oldest known collection of statues of the four sages of Dwarthi, a rare vase from the Ketel-Par dynasty. Even the box he carried them in was hewn from a Worcester tree on Kashyyyk thousands of years ago. But while he claimed that it was in the name of the Empire, the general kept the acquisitions discreet. The uncultured visitors in the Imperial Museum could never appreciate them as much as he could. My God, look at the horrible artwork of the stormtroopers on the bottom panel.
Yeah.
Whoa!
They didn't even try, right?
That is lazy. Winter's King says liberated from heathens. Based. Based and UK pilled.
I think this one is trying to put this guy as a Roman centurion or something like that.
No, this guy is a British museum. This guy is basically the British museums. Is what this guy is. I'm now reminded of Tropico 6. For those who don't know, Tropico 6, the first era is the colonial era, and if you kick the Empire out, the guy with the British accent, I assume is a British accent, and pardon my fake British accent, because we're going all the way for fake accents today, but when you kick him out, he says, well, you did do rather well for a bunch of savages. Kulessa says they look like clip art. Yes, they do. Also, wait a sec. Let me zoom in a little bit. What's wrong with the helmet on the stormtrooper on the right there? You see those little things that are on the bottom left and right corners of the stormtrooper on the right's helmet?
Yeah.
Wait a sec. I think I know what they are, and my God, is this bad. So I think those are the straps for the shoulder straps for the front plate of his armor. But they look like they're fused to his helmet because the artist is that incompetent.
Yeah.
See? You can actually see if you look at the mouse here. This is what the shoulder straps... The shoulder straps on the one on the left are still crap, but they're not as bad as the one on the right. The one on the right, it literally looks like they're just fixed to his helmet, which, yeah, no. My God, is this artwork awful.
I am almost sure that they made one of them, and the other was asset flip, more or less.
I don't know how on earth he managed to screw that up that badly and call it an official Disney product here, but here we are. And yes, by the way, for those curious, I will be sending V the image of that spaceship so he can look and see what Disney is doing to Star Wars. Anyways. Alright. And as long as he was traveling on board the Halcyon, it would be safe behind the thick Beskar walls and 17 locks of the safe installed by Imperial engineers. The safe was reputed to be impenetrable, but then again, there is a first time for everything.
General Cardan, my name is Mask Kanata.
Let's skip the pleasantries and get down to business, shall we? I'm quite busy planning future campaigns.
Yes, you look quite busy.
Where is this artifact you came to sell me?
If you are looking for the crown jewel of your collection, may I present the crown jewel of Aldera?
Wait. Okay, my head, my brain. Okay. Where do you think the crown jewels of Alderaan would have been at the time that the Death Star blew up Alderaan?
In Alderaan?
Yeah. Presumably being worn by, I guess, Senator Organa or someone like that. How the hell did they get off of Alderaan? because I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be after episode 4. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be after episode 4. I
mean, the only thing that could explain this is if they were stolen before that. But I bet my ass they are not going to say a thing about that. Wait, I just read the next lines. This is stupid.
Okay, I want to see how stupid this gets. Don't spoil it. They're beautiful. Now, if you don't mind, I will just verify their authenticity, and if they're what you say they are, you will be well compensated. And if not, you will be well executed. Molecular analysis suggests the gems are from Alderaan. Do you have any idea how valuable these will be after the recent destruction of that planet? These are quite literally one of a kind now. The loss of Alderaan is my gain.
This is complete fucking bullshit.
Winter's King says Alderaan was an elective monarchy, so they had a king-queen. Perhaps she grabbed them out of the rubble of the planet, but that would take absolute ages of time and effort. Siege says that's a very stupid way of doing business. Step 1, blow up Alderaan. Step 2, look for the crown jewels of the recently destroyed planet. Step 3, question mark. Step 4, profit.
There is no profit in here. It's just bullshit. Okay, let me say this clearly enough. You blew up a fucking planet that had the crown jewels in it. The crown jewels are dust. They are gone.
Yes, they should be. Why they are here, it's...
Look, I don't care if you want to sell this to children. But children, if they know what happened to the planet, are going to ask, how? They are not that stupid. They should not be that stupid.
Let me see. Okay, Quillis has sent me another meme, I think, so let's have a look. Oh God, no!
Oh my God!
The memes are getting worse, or the memes are getting funnier, but they're also getting more cursed.
Oh God!
Okay, but yes. But still, how on earth are you supposed to find these jewels out in the middle of space, even if they miraculously survived and were undamaged at all? How are you going to find it amidst all the asteroids that are now scattered around there? Did they just have some sort of magical tracking device on them?
Look, let me say that the jewels survive, okay? Let's imagine that happens. Are you telling me that something that is basically as light as a feather compared to the asteroids remained near the asteroids instead of, going into deep space?
Maybe it landed on one of the asteroids and then flew across or something. I don't know.
It's just, I know that part of the fun is making the Imperials look idiotic, because many of them are. But how can one of them be this stupid?
Because the writers are that stupid. The people that wrote this comic are that stupid. Coolest says, all praise she who thirsts. Siege says also deal with people who might kill you if the goods are real or not. But that aside, this timeline and Laz's character is so borked. Yes. Coom for Coom Spider. Nothing makes any sense. No, it doesn't. Glasson says, but Ace, my plot will not work. You're correct. The plot will not work.
The plot does not work.
Okay. Let's please continue so I can...
Yeah.
Before
okay. Let me... There is nothing else. Take my payment now. Before the thieves. Follow me. Their friends, okay?
Initiate pre-programmed credit transfer from my discretionary account. Funds transfer complete. There are 80,000 Imperial credits into your account as agreed. Wait, what do you mean by thieves? Seriously?
Yes, apparently.
The Imperials had complete control above the decks, but the lower levels were a different matter entirely.
Okay, who do you want?
I guess I can voice the guy on... which one do you want? I'll let you pick.
I will mean Hondo.
Okay, you can voice Hondo and I'll voice the other guy.
Okay, give me a second, please. I want to check the voice in the series to see if I can more or less imitate it.
He rates in the comments here while we wait.
Okay, I will check.
Right,
you can read it if you want.
Solon says, all this is written under the approval of Pablo Hidalgo, right? I have no idea. Coolest says, God, I hate those faces they make in the comic. You have 3 flavors. Pog face, NPC's face, not a face. Adam says, also, how are they not super hot with radiation after being out in open space with cosmic rays of radiation? And how did it not kill everyone that has ever handled it? I mean, you do bring up a good point. The problem is you bring up a good point over a comic that has a spaceship with pirate sails on it.
Yeah.
Siege says, never mind, that Imperial is too stupid to be dangerous. He gave up the credits before question words. Spoke out loud. Yeah. Melissa says, I kind of like how goofy that Imperial officer looked like. Be running in the next panel looks so funny. Oh, I will have to check the next panel when we get to it then. What is King's Side? I know that what this is now. This is Disney trying to do Casablanca, basically. An occupied pleasure barge in deep space. Siege says, questioning. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Let's go for it.
I believe you said that you'd be voicing the guy on the left there. No, wait, you said you'd be voicing Hondo. Okay. Alright, so I'll voice the other guy, my bad. The only thing left I have to wager is my uniform.
Don't look so long. There is no dishonor in Washington. Hoto Naga.
If there were extra points in Sabak for bragging. Oh, it's Lando. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so I'll voice him. I'd still be flying my old ship. Now tell me, Hondo, do you want to make a wager on something a little more interesting? Like, who will get to that necklace first?
That face, man.
Both faces. Both Lando's face and the other face. Also, what have they done to my boy Lando here? The artwork. Once again, look at his teeth.
They aren't even trying, man.
They just gave him one tooth, apparently.
Yep.
Calista says if you blow up a planet, all what left of it is literally a molten rocks. Nothing will survive it unless if she got them somewhere before it got blown up. Yeah, but that's the thing. These are the crown jewels. Why wouldn't they be on the planet at the time if Princess Leia's family was on the planet? Then the crown jewels should be on the planet as well, because they're being worn by Princess Leia's family. Adam says, it's Starship, not a space station like Babylon 5 or Deep Space Nine. There wouldn't be other groups running things. This ship isn't a Warhammer 40k Imperium. Winter's King says, Lando looks like he's made of metal. Yeah. Maybe we'll find out that Disney got a hand with teamed up with Toho, and what we're dealing with here is Mecha King Lando.
Look, nothing looks right in this comic.
No, it does not. Hondo is hands down the funniest character in Clone Wars, though.
Yeah, a bit of fun as well. A bit of papayre.
Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. And oh my god, you're right about the dude that's running. Seriously, the bottom panel?
Yes.
Oh god. Alright, so I'll do the dude doing a Sims 4 pose here.
Fine.
Sir, one of our informants on the ship has a reported sighting of a notorious pirate identified as Hondo Okana. His criminal record is quite long. Well, send some TIE fighters to shoot their ship down. Do I have to handle all the thinking myself? It appears the pirate is on board the Halcyon. Great thinking there, dude. Send the TIE fighters to destroy the ship that you're on. Also, how on earth did he infiltrate the Halcyon? If they're in the middle of nowhere space.
Do you think it is Earth at this point?
Winter's King says, WTF is wrong with every face. I hate drawing. I am too much of a perfectionist and I can do better than this garbage. Yeah, this is some awful, awful artwork. Alright. Let's continue. Send stormtroopers through the lower decks. Find him! But keep it discreet. Not every one of my peers may be understanding about my hobby. He's not going to get his hands on the crown jewels of Alderaan. I've worked too hard to procure them.
You just pay someone!
So he needs to keep it discreet because even though he has his own personal vault, no one else apparently on the ship knows about him doing this stuff? Excuse me?
Do you want to make sense of this? Because I don't want to try.
I don't want to either. I just keep finding stuff to complain about because...
You know,
it's not even me finding stuff to complain about. It's stuff that I have to complain about just jumping out in front of me and saying, look at me. This is something else stupid that they've done wrong with the writing.
Yes, wait for the next 3 panels.
Alright. A scoundrel...
No, continue, you'll see.
Alright. A scoundrel like him does not deserve to even look at such a delicate treasure. Blunk. Click. We have one of the most priceless artifacts in the entire galaxy. Toss it on a pile of treasure.
See, even something like this in another comic, it will be funny. It will be stupid, but it will be funny. Here, it is just stupid.
Yes. To be fair, those apparently survived the destruction of Alderaan, so I think they can survive a dude just tossing them onto other treasure. In fact, it might be damaging to the other treasure.
Most likely.
Let's see him get his hands on the crown jewels now. Phrasing. I'm pretty sure that's a line that's been uttered in an adult film before. I haven't seen any.
Please.
But would you really be surprised if that was not a line uttered in a film of that persuasion?
No, I can see it. That is the point. I don't want to.
Siege says he looked like he was working hard on his lunch, and he hoards gold and alien stuff. Wow. Winter's King says, honestly, that's a weird choice, though, for the story, because it actually makes the Empire look better than not all of them agree with looting. The Sith did nothing wrong once again. Solon Lich says, allegory to Disney buying Star Wars. The Alderaan jewels are basically an allegory for that now. Winter's King says, I think he meant the other Imperial higher-ups wouldn't like his collection. Well, they're either going to be aware... Okay, so if they're not aware of him hoarding vast amounts of treasure on this extremely luxurious and famous cruise ship in space, if they're not already aware of that, then why would they be aware of him raising the alarm that he might have a thief trying to break in? The point I'm getting at is any stormtrooper that knows about the treasure that's already there would know about or any stormtrooper that would be on high alert wouldn't need to be discreet in the actual hotel itself or cruise ship itself, specifically because they've already seen him hoarding gold like crazy.
Yes, but does it matter at this point?
No, it doesn't, sadly.
Let's continue with this.
Yeah, let's continue. No one can break into this safe.
I am sure you have surveillance cameras in case he does get into safe.
Get in, that's preposterous.
Surely it is. Well, I better take my leave. Good luck with your pirate problem.
Just in case, check on that camera feed. Sir? I love how it almost looks like the guard that's showing him the image almost looks like he has a shit-eating grin. Almost. Because of just how bad the writing, or just how bad the artwork is. And I love how the general there is basically... the dialogue shows him to be shouting, but does that facial expression look like he's actually shouting?
No. It looks like he has a pouring drink to open his mouth.
Listen, buddy, I asked for 2 helpings of French fries for my Happy Meal, not 1. Okay, Cool Essa says, oh man, I ran out of the funny. Look at this photograph meme up there. Okay, let's have a look at this. See what we've got now. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no, what did he send you now?
Oh no! The memes are evolving.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
I'll read some of the comments real quick. Siege says to us, this Maz character is the one that gives Anakin's saber to Rey and tell that dumb bit to find Luke. And the best JJ had was a story for another time. It all hurts. Coolessa says, is that Bill Gates in the blue screen? Oh, my. It does kind of look a little bit like Bill Gates, too. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Siege is laughing again. All right. Before we lose more sanity, let's continue on with this.
Yeah, come on.
But good one, Cool S. You're on point. Winter's King says meme game is on point today, dude. Yes, Cool S is making some good memes. All right. Open the safe. Open the safe now. We can't, General. It takes 3 minutes for the locks to reset. Oh my god!
Are you fucking serious?
Oh my god! What is that? What is with this writing? Plot contrivance. It takes a few minutes for arbitrary reasons that have never been introduced before.
You know what is the crime in here? You know what is?
What?
That the guy is telling the owner how it works.
Yeah.
Why is this guy telling the man that uses the fucking safe all the time that it takes 3 minutes to reset?
It just keeps getting worse and worse.
How low can we get?
Don't ask. They'll take it as a challenge.
So,
You want to voice a stormtrooper?
yes. Give me a gun.
They spotted that new flag has been spotted in the engineering room.
How? How is that even possible? It doesn't matter. Send a unit to intercept. Kill him and bring back anything he's stolen. Clang. Oh my, we're being boarded. What is it? Why did you stop telling the story? What?
Are you serious right now?
Are you...
Oh, we are being bored. Wait until you tell what happens next.
Now I'm reminded one... Okay, this managed to make even... No, not quite. This is not quite the level of Godzilla's Revenge level of bad writing. For those who don't know, Godzilla's Revenge, there's a scene... Okay, so... Uros, do you know the plot behind Godzilla's Revenge? And how bad that movie is?
Godzilla's Revenge.
It came out in 1970 or 71, I think. But, okay, so there's a plot... Okay, so the plot of Godzilla...
It is the one with Mina, the son of Godzilla.
Yes, Minya is in it. Minya is most certainly in it, or kind of. See, here's the plot for Godzilla's Revenge. All the Godzilla scenes are a Japanese boy having daydreams. Just
Oh yes, I remember.
and there's a scene in the movie which shows you how stupid Godzilla's Revenge was as a film, where the boy gets kidnapped by a couple of bank robbers, and he's tied up, and he decides to have a daydream and goes to sleep a little bit while he's tied up and kidnapped. You know, sleep, one of the things you do when you're relaxed. Kidnapping being one of the things that would not relax you.
Well, the kid was very special.
But I love how... But this reminds me a lot of that in the... Why did you stop telling the story? We're being boarded. As opposed to... Why did the daydream stop? Oh, wait. The kid is actually in the middle of being kidnapped. That's why. You know what? I take it back. At least Godzilla's Revenge still managed to do it better than this. As bad as Godzilla's Revenge is as a movie, it still managed to be better written than this. I said it.
Man, it is not very hard. And I mean, of all the Godzilla movies, it's not exactly my favorite. Hell, I almost didn't exactly remember that a moment ago. But come on, it is way better than this. At least Godzilla's Revenge, I am going to remember some things in a few years. This I am going to forget.
I'm going to probably remember the stupidity on display of he throws in the jewels immediately and then they immediately get stolen. And I might also remember the part here where, oh, we've been boarded. Hey, why'd you stop telling the story? Because we've been boarded, you...
This is literally a child's cartoon. And I don't mean it in a good way.
Alright. Winners King says, I mean, what else would you do when tied up? Oops. See what I just said? Never mind, ignore that. Now you're giving me flashbacks to some of the old Wonder Woman cartoon or comics. Anyways, so let's go ahead and carry on.
Yes.
It was nothing to worry about, Simona. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the chase through the engineering room. Ah, yes, because being boarded is, quote, nothing to worry about.
What the fuck? At least I thought that the robot was going to be halfway rational. I was hoping for too much, apparently.
I wasn't expecting much from this comic, but I am still being disappointed. Coolest says the Imperial officers is my new favorite just because of how they draw him. Yeah, they actually make him look like in the second from bottom panel. Does he not look like Mr. Magoo? He looks exactly like Mr. Magoo. To be fair, it would probably explain why he didn't notice the guy that broke into his safe as he's throwing the crown jewels of Alderaan into his safe.
Oh, God.
Anyways, let's go ahead and continue.
Okay.
You there? Halt!
No. What is the food in that?
Boom, boom, bam.
Macau, the period cannot knock it down.
Yes, warn everybody else of something you clearly see, and you still manage to get knocked down by it.
Sometimes I wonder how the Empire lasted so long.
Because the alternative was the High Republic. That's why.
Okay, good point. I am behind the Empire now. Let's continue. I haven't been a pilot in years. I am a...
Can't get a clear shot.
That is the general idea, my friend.
Okay. Ah! That's my best. Okay, yeah, I know my Wilhelm scream is god-awful.
Oh my god, that took my surprise.
Can't see anything in this steam.
Do you want to tell the General Cardan that we lost the pirate?
Businessman.
I'm beginning to hate that doshing slime ball. Seems like you have run out of places to hide, businessman. Come over here and surrender for interrogation.
That doesn't sound very appealing. I have a better idea. Why don't you come over here instead?
That does it.
Seriously? Oh, you didn't think that one all the way through, did ya?
I love how this character is basically talking to the writers.
Yes! I mean, seriously. Wish.
Also, how is this guy supposed to survive? Or how is he not nervous given that he's taunting the stormtrooper for jumping to his death, but the fact that he's being tackled by the stormtrooper is not taken into consideration in any way whatsoever?
What's the next bit? And tell me it is not retarded.
Oh god, it gets worse.
Yes.
Okay, how did he get there?
He couldn't. He was unable to. This
Momentum was taking him away from it. And how wouldn't the other stormtrooper not have been able to get there if he could?
This is a pain to the brain.
Yes, it is. All right, I think the other stormtroopers you, so.
Yes, let me.
Well, that goes TD 33,000. 100. Never was known for his smarts, but at least he was rid of that infernal pirate.
Whoosh. Finally. I don't understand. It seems to be all here. Sir, Weequay seems to have either plunged to his death or escaped. That doesn't narrow it down exactly. I'm surrounded by incompetence. To be fair, he is surrounded by incompetence at this point.
But yes, I don't think we can dispute that.
Get my shuttle prepared for an immediate departure. Hopefully you can do that right. I was almost hoping for for him to notice that it was missing or something, so I could do the pile of gold empty meme.
I don't know, but the next bit is just.
Also, wait! The next page, top panel. Look at his face.
Oh my fucking! I didn't.
Okay, that's got to be a meme reaction face. Someone has to make that into a meme reaction face of just a combination of confusion and disgust. That's what that needs to be a reaction face for.
Ace, this is getting worse. I regret asking.
Yes, it is getting worse. Also, wait! The panel right under him with his face. Look at how his face looks there.
God, that is. Oh, the last panel he is in, the one at the bottom. What the?
Let me read some of the comments here before I lose more sanity. Coolest says the Imperial officers is my favorite just because of how they draw him. Siege says it's perfect. Lunar King says all hail the Emperor Protector of the Galaxy. Defend us from the alien scum and their unrighteous villainy. Siege says WTF. Winter's King says old pirate magic is the only explanation. Siege says how does he keep track of all that or even know what's missing if he just keeps it in a pile? To be fair, he's probably someone with weaponized autism and knows where absolutely everything is if you don't touch it.
I was going to call him Scrooge, but at least Scrooge is a good character.
Yes. Siege says, and they're standing on it. Yes. Winter's King says, us reacting to this comic. Siege says, that face is nuts, WTF. Yes, it is. Winter's King says, he's like a dragon. He has everything memorized, I guess.
Maybe.
Alright. So now we can finally continue on. Again.
Yep.
Right away, General. I was sent to see if you needed any assistance, General Cardin. Yes, good timing. Bring all of these items to my shuttle. And I warn you that a strict inventory will be kept. Plunk, plunk, plunk. Wait, who did you say you were?
My fucking
I didn't
God.
say. Where? Oh my God. Yes, stand in front of those two stormtroopers that are standing guard after watching you smack their commanding officer with a literal treasure chest that itself is treasure and expect nothing to go wrong. To be fair, they are stormtroopers, so they'll probably miss, but still.
At least they should have fire.
Yes. Halt. I'm afraid I'm in too much of a hurry. Turn over the box or... You seriously? You're not firing... You haven't set stun? You haven't shot your blasters? You haven't done anything?
No.
If you insist. Look out.
I can get a great shot on the infernal thief without hitting the treasure. Seriously!
At least they acknowledge that they're stormtroopers and they have crap accuracy. But still...
I just want to ask. You have a guy that attacked your superior. He's going to steal shit. You don't want to hit the treasure. That some of it apparently survived the fucking Death Star.
Yes!
I am missing something here.
Apparently, yeah. Whoop. Now that is language. Now, is that language really necessary? Especially for one's last words. Besides, I prefer the term scoundrel. So he shoots them both. And then takes the treasure anyways because they didn't set their blasters to sun and just stunned him or anything. Winter's King says, I knew that guy was Lando, yeah. Yeah, I kind of did spoil myself, admittedly, but still, I didn't expect it to be that stupid. I kind of spoiled it by, as I saw his face right around here, so I knew when I accidentally looked down here that was Lando, but still. Winter's King says,
a little bit. The fucking blaster is already smoking out and he hasn't shot anyone.
Apparently he already shot them, I guess, or...
I don't know, man. This is crap.
Yes.
This getting to my nerves.
Winter's King says, lol, exactly. Why are the stormtroopers more polite than IRL traffic cops? It depends on the traffic cop, I guess, but eh. Can you please open up? My hands are rather full.
Took you long enough.
Do you know how heavy a box of stolen artifacts is?
I think this is Hondo.
Yeah, I think it is.
I prefer to think of them as related. You think you have it hard, Hellraiser. Next time you try distraction. There won't be a name for the next time. Take a good look. Because that is the last you'll see of them.
What? You... What the... Ah! So, you liberate priceless pieces of Star Wars history to destroy them.
I don't know if that is what is going to happen.
My God, if that guy... Okay, so think about this. If the Imperial officer was the stand-in for the British Empire in its museums, and these characters are the stand-ins for the areas that the British Empire took over, colonized, and stole all their stuff, then what this comic is saying is that the British Empire took care of other people's stuff than those people would have if they got it back. Just think about how base that is.
I don't know if based, but I am pissed.
Yeah, I'm pissed too, because what the actual...
I bet you this gets better somehow.
I agree, it's probably going to get worse. Imagine how pissed off, right, if the writer of this comic book would be if someone decided to just burn their comic book series and then filmed it. Because that's basically what they're doing here, although that would still be on a much smaller scale, and at least it wouldn't be priceless pieces of history in the Star Wars universe in this case.
Well,
but they would be...
are priceless. Because no one wants to fucking buy it.
Siege says, comic, what are you doing? Yeah, exactly. In fact, the comic itself says it. Lando here says, what are you doing?
So, shall we continue then?
Yes.
I almost died for that treasure. No, you almost died for the 40,000 Imperial credits each receive your accounts. Once we leave this room, I will place an amnesty general signaling that the relics are here.
I don't get it. That leaves you with nothing. What was in it for you?
Here's this box. It was given to me by someone special a long time ago. Not that the general will ever notice. We'll be distracted long enough to allow us to sneak off at the next spot.
So wait, she didn't destroy the artifacts, but she did dump them out.
Yeah, not that I look up. She just threw them into the bed to empty the box.
Okay, but that's still... Okay, but you're still giving it back to the Empire. That still makes zero sense. Because the Empire is still going to just hoard them all again anyways.
What do you think they are going to do? Return them? Okay, let me say that going into a museum or something is less bad than being hoarded by a single person. You know, historical significance and all that. Wouldn't it be better if, the rebellion returned it or something? Just saying.
Yeah.
all of this for a fucking box.
Yeah. To be fair, at least the box itself was considered rare treasure, but still, it still makes no sense.
Well,
All right,
do you want to read some comments or we will continue?
let's go ahead and continue.
Okay. But what about the crown jewels of Alderaan?
Oh, those are not the actual crown jewels of Alderaan. I got the gemstones from that planet centuries ago, but the necklace itself, well, they never look past the gems, do they? Sadly, the real ones were probably wiped out with everything else by that horrid Death Star.
Oh my fucking god, one of the characters is speaking sense.
At least they actually explained that. Okay.
Well, I am exceptionally.
It wasn't about the credits for me. I accepted a new job as an administrator of all things. I just wanted one last adventure before a life of management. I leave this future heist to Hondo.
Oh, so this is before he went to collect Bacta. Bacta, no.
Yep.
The gas. Hey, I am an honest businessman. Just needed a little funding for me, Nick. Honest business, after all.
The three were able to escape the Halcyon undetected after an anonymous tip to the Imperial Security Bureau about the General's hobby. So you see, Semina, a little ingenuity and cleverness can go a long way.
Are you fucking serious about this? Look at those poses.
Yep. Yeah.
Look, even the civilians are doing it. What the? Okay, let me voice that pirate.
The civilians.
Everybody on the floor, cooperate and most of you may survive.
I love how the civilians look like they're either in a dance routine or they're trying to mimic the Dio versus Jotaro walking towards each other.
This is a fucking mess.
The pirates, they've boarded the Halcyon. Yes, we mentioned that already before. They are looking for grandfather. I hope he will be all right. Yes, please say that in front of the pirates. Looking for your grandfather. That would most certainly go well.
Is everyone stupid in this fucking universe?
Yes. These are the same pirates. To be fair, these are the same pirates who put sailing sails on their spaceship. I am never going to let Disney live that down. Oh, we got some more memes from Coules.
Oh, seriously?
Yep.
Well, this one didn't destroy you. Let's see what you got. Ha! Funny, but not the level from the ones before. Oh. Ew, I don't want to touch it.
To be fair, no one wants to touch that.
Oh my god. If nothing else, we got memes.
Yes, we got memes. Somebody reads in the comments here. Siege says, "Oh sweet Jesus, is this the box you kept Anakin's saber in? Damn you, Disney." Yes! Disney spent all this time to give a backstory to the box that she kept Anakin's lightsaber in.
Of all the fucking things they could do,
Okay, this is going to be something else I'm going to talk to V about. Just because the... Siege says, anyone else just sliding easily from hilarity to hatred at lightning speed? JoJo pirate magic engage. Calissa says, please help. I've made a few memes about the Imperial officer. I am obsessed. Yes, you have. And yes, you are. Alright. Now we can continue.
Yes, please. There are just a few pages left.
Yep, and I get to do my Irish accent again.
Let's offend more people.
Ah, what a lovely bridge you have, Captain Keevan. All that cutting-edge technology. Nothing but the finest for the Halcyon. I would hate to get blood all over those fancy-looking consoles. So tell me where I can find this resistance spy that you are going to such great lengths to hide. The First Order will pay a lot for that info.
Crimson Jack, we are getting a priority message from our ship.
Can't you see I'm busy? You're interrupting my speech.
But sir, upon a citizen from the Halcyon.
Seriously?
Yes.
They at no point thought maybe, just maybe, we should make sure that the escape pods aren't launched.
I am going to excuse this for one simple reason. And one only. And that is that technically you are still close to the fucking star. And the pod might not be exactly safe. But still. And I am doing this just because at least some parts of this comic must make sense.
Alright, let's continue on. Also, I see where we got that image for that meme there, and yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it?
That fucking ship is a mess. It's a fucking mess.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's read this guy. I know you can hear my broadcast, you crusty wombrats. It's me, the spy you are looking for. And I slip right through your fingers.
You'll all remember this as the day you almost captured old, crusty man. Oh, grandfather, what have you done? To be concluded.
We still have one more.
Next issue. Okay, this is, I hope, going to be the final issue. I hope this is going to be the final issue. So, yeah, that was Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser Halcyon Legacy. You know how normally it takes us 30 minutes or so to cover a comic book issue? This one took us 90 minutes. Over.
An hour and a half. You know, before I came here, I said that this is going to take us an hour then. I was wrong.
We were all wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong.
But seriously, this one has been horrible. I mean, it has been months, I think. But holy shit.
They had months to make this, and my god, did they not just put any effort whatsoever.
The story is bad. The art is bad. What were they doing? Spending money. Well, why?
The story makes no sense. Okay, so the writing makes no sense. The overall plot as a story is over one of the lamest things. We're getting the backstory for a box that held Anakin's lightsaber. Just think about that for a moment. Also, also Napoleonic sails on a spaceship. Because, again, I am never going to let Disney live that down for this. And, yeah, the artwork is god-awful. And not only that, but in some cases, they managed to botch it up even further than the terrible art style already shows. I cannot believe how god-awful Disney managed to make this.
The only thing that is funny is that it is so bad that sometimes we manage to make a joke.
Yeah.
Everything is plot armor. The characters, the story itself, the fucking bullshit, like the damn shells. There is no reason for none of this. We ran into a fucking stud. We thought that we were going to lose a pirate ship that was incompetent but smart enough to stay away from the star. And then we turn around and hey, the pirate ship is still there. No shit.
Yes. I am just... Oh, my head.
And remember, the story is more important than, seeking cover when you are being bored.
Winter's King says, good lord, it's so bad. I'm now reminded of the Power Glove, the Nintendo Power Glove. It's so bad.
At least it had funny memes.
Yes, at least it created funny memes. Colessa says, my rating, please no more. God, no. One more. But fortunately, that will be some other day. In your opinion, is this better or worse than High Republic Adventures?
Still better.
Yeah, I'll say this. At least it's not Daniel Jose Older writing this, or at least I don't think so. Let me double check, because you never know with these. Yep, I don't see a Daniel Jose Older. It's written by Ethan Sachs. With Will Slinley doing the art, so we know who to blame there. Rachel Rosenberg doing the colors, and... I don't...
At least the colorist is better than the rest.
Yeah, so I'll give that some credit there. VC Joe Sabino doing the lettering. I mean, the lettering at least is legible, but that's not really saying a whole lot.
I don't know, man. Ethan Sachs. Ethan Sachs did the story.
Yeah.
It's like Fred Fox doing games.
Yes, it is the Fred Fox of games. And speaking of, Cool S says, Ace, do an AVGN impression ranting about this, please. I don't think I could do a very good AVGN impression. And keep in mind all the other impressions that I have been doing so far. Winter's King says, stinks to high heaven and back. Yes. So, do I recommend this comic? No. No. Do I recommend this comic in short? No. In long? No.
Look, if we just read the comic and we don't complain or anything, this will have taken 5, 10 minutes, 15 maybe. But you know what? Those are 5 to 15 minutes you can use to do anything else, like smashing your head against a wall.
Wait, I think I noticed something else about the artwork and how bad the artwork is.
Surprise me.
So, the next issue, you see the front cover.
Yes.
Notice the palette color, the palette they went with, the color palette.
Fuck me.
Yep! Yep!
Seriously?
Yes, we need to virtue signal about the war in Ukraine on the front cover of the next issue of Star Wars Halcyon Legacy.
Because, of course.
They even made it so that the character that's on the screen here just disappears into the yellow, just to make it more obvious.
You know, I could have been perfectly fine without noticing. Just saying.
But now I'm going to have to show that to V. Hey, this is going to be the front cover of the next Halcyon Legacy.
Because why the fuck not?
Yes. Siege says, wow. Winter's King says, I didn't get anything new, but waiting for Warhammer 3. Okay. Cool S says, fuck me indeed. I did not see it. It's so on the nose. Yes.
Because, you know, I was looking at the Trandosan, not at the colors. And then I look at the colors, because Ace pointed it out.
Yep!
And now I hate it even more. Oh my god, this was such a fucking horrible comic.
Oh, yes. I wonder, does that mean that the next issue they're going to virtue signal about the evils of Emperor Vladimir Palpatine?
Do you want to bet?
They probably will. Of course, as the High Republic has shown us, and I think we can all agree, Palpatine did nothing wrong.
At this point, man, I will join him. If I went into this fucking universe, I join him.
Siege says, scratch all previous doubt, this comic was absolutely about Maz's box. Ew!
Come on. Siege, go back to laugh. Laugh all you want, but don't say anything like that ever.
Speaking of comments like that, Winter's King says Ethan's sack wrote this. So I'm going to be showing a fair bit to V on this. I cannot wait to see his reaction to finding out that A, they decided to virtue signal about Ukraine by making it the fucking front cover of one of their comic book series on Star Wars, and B, they dedicated an entire comic book issue to that box that held Anakin's lightsaber.
Do you want to kill him from anger?
No, but I am going to be finding it very amusing to see the follow-up videos he's going to do on it, because my god, does this need more coverage.
I don't know, man. At this point, I think that any coverage is bad coverage for this one. We are torturing people.
Winter's King says Ukraine, really? Well, yeah. Look at the front cover here. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow. They even made the character here disappear into the yellow to make it obvious. But yeah, they actually did that. I'm just. Oro says the dark side is the light side in disguise. I mean, at this point, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean,
Galissa says, "Thank you, Wokers. I cannot enjoy now I cannot enjoy the color yellow, and I like yellow. Yeah, I also like the color blue, but I don't like being reminded every 5 minutes by a bunch of virtue signalers that have never worked a day in their lives and don't even know where Ukraine is on the map, that they want to pretend about how they care about the country. Seriously, the people that, again, the fact that a good chunk of the people that are so up in arms about it can't even, at least in my country, cannot point to it on a map. Whereas the people that can point to it on a map have more... either want to stay out of it or just... yeah. But
I wasn't kidding. This comic has brought anger from all of us.
yes, it has. I will say this, at least the plot twist with the crown jewels from Alderaan do at least explain that no, they aren't actually the crown jewels from Alderaan, but...
I just wonder why, of all things, they explained that. Because
to be
there
fair,
are a lot of things.
that's something so extreme that they kind of had to explain it. Like... But I am left wondering how on earth did how on earth do these people not know what the crown jewels look like? Or how on earth did they fake it so well in that regard?
Well, at least in the comic, she did say that they checked if it was from Alderaan. But that is no excuse.
Just because the gems are from Alderaan does not mean that they look the same as the actual crown jewels, right? It's like saying that if you went to a jewelry store and bought your sweetheart a ring of some sort, that ring looks exactly like the crown jewels that the British royal family has. That's how ridiculous that argument is. But yeah, obviously I cannot recommend this comic. Obviously, instead I would recommend staying away from this comic, because it is just god-awful. Do not give these people your money. They do not deserve it. They have not earned it. So, yeah.
Yeah, give your money to Ace.
I mean, if you want to. It's up to you on that. But, yeah, I'm going to be sending V the front cover of this just so he can see what Disney is doing to Star Wars and also the fact that they did that. And also, of course, the sailing ship, because those three things right there...
If you have to pick the worst, yeah.
See, to spend your money literally elsewhere. You'd probably have more pleasant time getting a root canal than reading this comic.
Yeah.
At least if you got a root canal, they would drug you up. So you'd at least feel like you're in space. Which is probably more than the actual Galactic well, it's definitely more than the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel will do. You just have to make sure not to drink any water or eat anything for a little while afterwards. Because otherwise, well, you're going to have a very bad day. But anyways.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and, I think, call the stream, because we're closing in on... We're at an hour and 50 minutes now, almost. So, yeah, any closing thoughts from you, Urus?
Yeah. Burn this comic, please.
Yes. Yes, indeed. This one is a god-awful comic book series. Still not as bad as High Republic Adventures, but it is still bad. And, yeah. Alright, so, fortunately, hopefully, we should have more Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, and I might actually do next week, and maybe the week after, I'm thinking of actually doing a quick pause from that, and maybe doing another Star Wars series as well. Another older Star Wars series as well, and basically...
Yes, please. Because the new ones are horrible.
Well, I'm planning on doing an older Star Wars series as well, because I've heard... because I do want to basically mix it up a little bit, so I'm probably going to have that series do every other week, do X-Wing Rogue Squadron one week and do that series the other week, and vice versa. Plan being to basically mix it up so people get something fresh, basically when they come on here. But yes, so I do think it is going to. So I am looking forward to that, at least in the upcoming future. But Kulessa says my brain is breaking. Mine too, a little bit. So that's also part of the reason why I'm going to go ahead and call it. So, yeah, this has been Ace.
And this has been Euros.
And we both hope to see you again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.